What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joeywerk. Run Pure Bets. I'm back. I'm going to run through the entire slate for tomorrow. That is Thursday, May 26th. If you guys saw me last night, I did give away my best bet free play. Unfortunately, the play lost. I'm currently colder than Max Muncy, who was batting 150 on the fucking year. So tread with caution. But as I always say, this is a grind. 162 games a year, over 190 games. Slow and steady does win the race. So let's keep grinding here, and let's get out of this little hole I'm in. A little rough spot. Let's go. Larry Thomas in the building. Brandon Cole. Appreciate you guys already in the building. Appreciate everyone. Hit that like button. And we're gonna go game by game here and run through the entire slate for the people, with the people. So first game is Cubs versus Reds in the Great American Small Park. Justin Steele versus Hunter Green. After starting the year with some struggles, Justin Steele has really picked it up as of late. Over his last 15 innings, he's only allowed 3 total runs, lowered his ERA to under 4. He struck out 9 and 10, so 19 total in his last 2 outings. Yes, they're both versus the Arizona Diamondbacks, but the Diamondbacks and Cincinnati have something in common. I'll get to that a little bit later. He does face a Reds team. Well, we'll get to it right now. He faced a Reds team who's arguably the worst in baseball against lefties. Both those teams, arguably Arizona and the Reds, are arguably 1 and 2 worst against lefties. So here we go against the Reds team. I know it's in the small park. Hunter Green on the other end, another guy who he started the season great, struggled in the middle of the season, and now has pitched great his last 3 starts. He pitched against the Jays and Pirates. The last 2, I think he allowed 4 hits against the Jays, 0 hits against the Pirates, in which the game that the Reds lost, because that's what they just do. He's allowed 8 total hits in his last 3 starts, spanning 18 and a third innings, 21 strikeouts. Another guy, he throws hard, so he does have problems locating the zone at times. But I think this game is, it looks like the Cubs minus 110. Basically a pick 'em. Cubs minus 110 plus 100 on the comeback. I think it's priced right at a pick 'em. I do lean the Cubs. They are the better team of the two, and their bullpen is far superior to the Reds. I am quite interested in Justin Steele's K prop. I don't see it at any of the books I have. Don't have the K prop out, but if it's at 4.5, I'm definitely going to look to attack it there. I just don't see it out yet, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. Okay, next game I have is the Yankees versus the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm pretty sure this is the first matchup between these two teams this year. They have yet to play each other this year, and that's pretty interesting. And there's not a line out yet. I know the Yankees definitely have some injuries in whose fantasy team is Steele on the list. Who starts? The Yankees do have quite a bit of injuries in their offense, in the bullpen as well. Chapman is now on the bullpen, on the DL. Loizaga, they just added to the DL. Green obviously is out for the year. He got Tommy John. And now they just added Giancarlo Stanton to the DL. DJ LeMahieu was hurt. So it's really Judge, Rizzo. And they're getting contributions from the rest of the fill-in players, but they have been struggling to score. And I do expect that to continue. But versus Ryan Yarbrough, not really a guy I'm scared of. Maybe with their normal lineup, they would score multiple runs. But with this lineup that they're trouting out there right now, Judge, Rizzo, basically Torres, Aaron Hicks is batting 1 or 2 every night. Kenner Falefa, and then Gallo, who just came back off the COVID list, is back today. And then Donaldson, I'm not sure how many more games he's out, but he more than likely will not play. Marwin Gonzalez is poops. Obviously, we got Nasty Nestor on the hill for the Yankees, arguably the AL Cy Young leader to this point. I know he has the lowest ERA. I'm pretty sure he has the lowest ERA in baseball. He's been just pitching great with deception. He doesn't have a hard fastball. So I do expect him to get rattled a couple times. It hasn't happened yet, knock on wood. And this Tampa Bay team, much as of so far this year, their numbers are better versus lefties. But last year, I hammered this into you guys, that they stunk versus lefties. So until, I need to see more of a sample size before I truly back them versus a lefty. Actually, I am seeing FanDuel drop the line minus 130. Nestor Cortez comeback is plus 110 on Tampa Bay. So that's the lowest line in a while for a Yankees team. So I'm not totally against taking the Yankees here, but with the lineup and whatnot, it's just going to be a pass for me here. Yarbrough's not really a guy I trust at all. And the Yankees should be able to hit him if depending on who they have in the lineup. They are playing in the Dome Stadium in Tampa Bay. Take that with whatever way you want to take it. But so I'm just going to pass on that game. On to the next we have is Colorado versus Washington. Herman Marquez and Patty Corbin under/over set at 8.5. And Washington is favored -110, -115, -108 is the best line I'm seeing. Patty Corbin, man, it's hard to put your money on him as a favorite. That's for damn sure. This guy gave up 10 earned runs in his last 11 innings versus Milwaukee, Houston. I mean, he pitched good. He pitched good literally like maybe 2 starts this year, 3 starts. He pitched good against the Mets, against Miami, and the Mets, basically. So 3 starts. He's pitched good thus far. His ERA 6.60 this year. 6.60, 43 2/3 innings, 6.60 ERA. Holy hell. 39 strikeouts, 20 walks. I mean, this is not a guy I really want to trust. And Herman Marquez has really struggled as well. My dumbass kept him in my fantasy league. I should have known better, especially because he pitches in Coors Field. I just got him really cheap, so I thought, let's keep him. Should have let him go. He did pitch good his last couple of years, but this year he has been getting shelled. His ERA, again, another guy's ERA is in the 6s here. Obviously you have to take it with a somewhat of a grain of salt. He pitched in Colorado, but he's been getting rocked on the road as well. He gave up 4 and 6 to the Mets, 11 hits. In Arizona, he gave up 3 earned runs. In Philly, he gave up 4 runs. So he has pitched the majority of his starts at home. He's only actually had 2 road starts in Philly and against Arizona. Now he gets to go against Washington. But this Colorado team really struggles to score runs on the road. So that's why that 8.5 is, you would think these guys both have ERAs in the 6, 8.5. You take the over easy. But Colorado can't score on the road. And Herman Marquez, this is probably be a good bounce back spot for Mr. Marquez here. So, and he has been striking out people. He's almost striking out almost a batter per inning on the strikeouts. Let me see if we got any BVP here. He has seen them 117 times. They have an X-weighted on base percentage of 329. So striking them out to about 20% of the time. Corbin, they've seen him 160 at bats, 294 X-weighted on base percentage. So the number's nothing special for either side. Essentially, I really don't want to put my money on either of these teams. Do I think runs are being scored? I think the Rockies probably score a couple of runs, but obviously, as I said, they can't score out of the park. It's just way too much of a toss-up for me. So it's just a pass for me. Next game I have is Cleveland, Detroit. No line yet, probably because they do not know who's going to start for the Guardians. But I think it's Connor Pillington. I'm pretty sure it's Connor Pillington. Let me see. Let me just check these both. Yeah, 2 spots, 3 spots all have Connor Pillington starting. So this guy is getting called back up from AAA. He's 24 years old. He pitched pretty decent in AAA thus far, 14 innings and 4 starts, so nothing crazy. 14 innings and 4 starts, 11 strikeouts, 8 earned runs. That actually includes his couple starts in the majors as well. So in the minors, his ERA is, I want to say, 3 in 13 innings. He's allowed 6, 7, 8. No, that can't be right. Yeah, that can't be right. His ERA is in the 5s. He's pitched 4 times in the majors this year against Toronto, against the Yankees, against San Fran twice. He hasn't pitched more than 3 innings. So I don't expect this guy to pitch long. Even in the minors, he's pitched 3 innings, 4 innings, 4 innings at a time. His minors numbers were pretty good, previous seasons, not coming into this year. But, sheesh. Not really someone I want to trust. And Detroit, I definitely am interested in Detroit. I know Cleveland doesn't strike out a lot, but Skubal has been absolutely amazing. He hasn't given up an earned run in his last 3 starts. 5 innings at Cleveland against his team, 5 strikeouts. 6 innings against Baltimore, 3 hit, 11 strikeouts. 7 innings in Oakland, 5 strikeouts. Yeah, he didn't allow an earned run, even a run in those 3 starts. His ERA is down to 2.22 in 44 2/3 innings this year. 50 strikeouts, over a strikeout per inning. This guy's really turned the corner. Last year was his rookie year. This is his, I guess, second full season, you can say. And the guy has really turned a corner. Power lefty. He was a high prospect, and here we go. He did pitch against Oakland, Baltimore, and Cleveland last 3 starts, But I mean, he's really only had one bad start, first start of the year, and then he had a little bit of struggle start in Minnesota. Essentially, otherwise, he's pitched really good against Houston, pitched really against Colorado, Kansas City. So he's handling business on the lower level teams, and that's what you have to do. That's really what you have to do, and he's been doing it really good. Do I think he pitches good here? Probably. Detroit versus lefties. Let's check out Detroit's numbers versus lefties. Detroit versus lefties. Hold on. Detroit versus lefties. They're middle of the pack. They're middle of the pack, which is pretty good. Actually, yeah, middle of the pack, which is pretty good. So I'm definitely interested in Detroit here. Do I know what the line is? No, I expect Detroit to be a favorite in this game for sure. With Pillington on the mound for Cleveland and Skubal, who has pitched absolutely amazing thus far. So I definitely expect them to be a favorite. I don't see a line, so that's going to be a wait and see. Run Pure Bet subscribers, you will know if I make a move. I will let you guys know if I make a move. Big Justin Steele guy. Gallo's back. Yeah, Gallo's back. Whoop de fucking do, Chuck. Easy pass for me. Sniper in Call of Duty is starting. What up, Joey? What up, Ross Parker? What's going on, guys? Appreciate you. Send some comments in. If you guys have any questions, definitely send some questions in. I'm here to hang out, talk through the games, answer any questions if you guys have it. Why not? I said it's a spread on his NBA rundown. He had no idea what he's talking about. No idea what I was talking about. I was like, what do you mean, why not, Joey? You're talking about the Kings? Why not? Russell Westbrook. All right, you haters. But we can keep going here, guys. Appreciate you all again. All right, so next game I have is NOLA, Philly versus Atlanta. NL East clash here. Aaron Nola, Kyle Wright. Kyle Wright minus 120. Under over set at 8. Sheesh. Mr. Nola. He's pitched really good thus far this year, and this is another guy I could have kept on my fantasy team, and I just let him go like an idiot. But Nola, I personally think he's going to get hit hard coming soon, and there's definitely expected 73% rain chance in this game tomorrow. This one might not even get off. This Phillies pen is absolutely horrendous. Year after year after year, this pen is so bad. And Joe Girardi is honestly, I don't think Joe Girardi is that great of a manager either. He overmanages the games, but obviously with Nola here, he more than likely will leave him in longer, and it'll hurt him in the long run. So he does this shit where sometimes he'll yank the guy fast, other times he'll leave him in too long. So he's all over the place. But Kyle Wright has been great. He has a 2.49 ERA, 1.09 WHIP, 56 strikeouts and only 16 walks coming into this start. Did he pitch against Philly this year? He has not yet. But man, oh man, this guy has looked really good. The strikeout numbers are, over a strikeout per inning, as I mentioned. And this Phillies team hasn't really seen much of him. On the other end, Atlanta has seen a lot of Nola, and I think this Atlanta team is better than what we've seen on paper, 20 and 23. Both these teams actually 20 and 23. I do think this Atlanta team will start getting it going sometime soon. The question is just when, They've seen a lot of Nola. The first time seeing him this year, but over 260 plate appearances versus him, batting .320, x-weighted on base percentage. He has a 4.93 FIP against them. Not great numbers. He is striking them out about 26% of the time. As you guys know, the strikeouts are just crazy up as always here. But Nola has he pitched, I guess, 2 of his 3 last starts. Nothing crazy. He did pitch against the Dodgers his last 2 starts. In Seattle, the start before that. Definitely prefers to pitch at home. This is a game on the road. Again, the weather is definitely in question here. I do lean with Kyle Wright and the Atlanta Braves again. Just you get into that, try to get a couple runs off Nola early, get into that bullpen, and then it should be a disaster for that Phillies bullpen. I'm not going to make anything official just yet on this. I'm going to wait and see until I get a little weather, at least for tomorrow. This will be a wait until tomorrow play, at least, because I need some weather updates there. This game, more than likely, the way it's looking right now, it's not even going to play. 73% rain. More than likely, it's not even going to play. But All right. We'll move on to the next game. I got Kansas City versus Minnesota. Danny Lynch versus Devin Smeltzer. We got under over set at 7.5 or 8. Yeah, it actually started at 7.5. It's got bet up to 8 in a couple places. You can still get 7.5, but it's juiced. And then Minnesota is opened at 170 favorite. You can still get that at DraftKings minus 170 favorite with Minnesota and Smeltzer. So Danny Lynch, this is his second full season. I'm pretty sure this is his second full season in the majors. And after I ran my numbers for all the starting pitchers, as I do, I run all these numbers for starting pitchers, check out their advanced stats, XFIP, Babbitt, Sierra, their left on base percentage, K per walk percentage, and all this baloney here. And he is literally the worst. These are the worst two XFIP pitchers on the docket, Danny Lynch and Devin Smeltzer. Danny Lynch has an over 5 XFIP. His ERA is also over 5, but Smeltzer's ERA is under 4, and his XFIP is high as well, meaning that he's getting quite lucky as well. But we'll start with Danny Lynch. He's pitched 33 innings thus far this year, 31 strikeouts, but he's allowed 15 runs. So his ERA is 4. He pitched against this Minnesota team 6 days ago against this Minnesota team, 3 2/3, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. But then he pitched against them back on April 20th, 5 innings, 4 hit ball, only 2 strikeouts. So not really, he hasn't been striking out as many people as supposed to do. He's supposed to be. These guys are both lefties as well. And Minnesota is definitely the better offense of the two. As I mentioned, Salvi Perez is out. Minnesota actually is one of the best hitting teams against lefties early on this year. They are one of the best teams against lefties, while Kansas City is basically in the middle of the pack against lefties here. So, this is juiced up. Do I want to take Smeltzer at minus 180? No, thank you. You guys know me. I am not betting some Devin Smeltzer at minus 180, okay? I know he's pitched good in his 2 starts, and this matchup happened 5 days or 6 days ago. This matchup happened where it was Kansas City. It was Smeltzer versus Danny Lynch. Smeltzer got the win, pitched 5 1/3 innings, 1 earned run, no strikeouts, and a walk. So this guy's not a strikeout pitcher, pitches to contact. And do I expect runs? I actually do expect runs. Let me check if we have any, early weather here is 61 degrees. So I do expect some runs here. As I mentioned, Salvi's out. MJ Melendez is in the catchers, but he actually been pretty good. And the Royals did score some runs yesterday in bunches. They hit the shit out of the ball, but this team is scary. A scary team to back, 14 28 on the year. So I definitely do expect some runs here. And the Twins mash lefty. So this will be my first official play. You know what? Let's check the first 5 before I go. Let's actually check the bullpen numbers as well. Bullpen numbers, we got Minnesota's bullpen was poops last year. They're actually pretty good this year. They're in the top 7 in the advanced categories, but Kansas City's bullpen is not very good. Under over first 5 is 4. 4 minus 115. Wow. 4 minus 115. And what's the full game? I get 7.5. Yeah. 7.5. All right. So I'm going to take over 7.5 via BetMGM minus 115. Over 7.5. BetMGM minus 115. AC Minnesota. That'll be my first official play. Over 7.5. BetMGM. Kansas City, Minnesota, minus 115 is the best available I'm seeing right now. As you guys know, every time I give out these lines, it's best available on the show. So I'm not, one of these people that's like, oh, I'll tweet out the best available tomorrow and give you a better number. No, this is the best available line right now, minus 115. So that is the line I'm going to give out, and that'll be official play added to my Run Pure Bet spreadsheet and added to my official tracks free plays on this YouTube channel. All right. Anybody have any questions here? Let me see. All right, nothing. No questions. Everyone's just hanging out. I got 25 people here in the live watching. Much love to you all. Hit that like button. Throw me a comment. I am still quite red, but it's starting to make into tan. You guys can't tell, but was peeling like a alligator or a snake, whatever the hell you want to call me, peeling like a lot today. And I have my sister's, it is guess the sex party or whatever the fuck they call those things over the weekend. I'm going to be there like looking like a snake with my skin all over the place. That's what I didn't want, but hopefully it's gone and I got a nice little color by the weekend. All right. That was a little intermission. I needed that. Thank you. On to the next. All I do is talk to myself on these shows when I'm breaking cards. I just broke some cards from 7 o'clock till about right until I got onto this show. I did some research before I got into this show. So I've been, talking to myself for 6 hours. So do appreciate you all. All right. Next game we got is Eric Lauer and Milwaukee versus St. Louis and Adam Wainwright. So the last couple times I backed Adam Wainwright, I think I've lost. And, last year, the previous couple years, Wainwright has been a guy I've targeted to bet against. So, I'm not going to bet on him. That's for damn sure. And Lauer has been pretty good. Lauer continues to be old reliable, keeps getting the job done. Last year he was very impressive. He had a couple seasons before that he really struggled. Last year was really impressive. This year he's been really good. 2.16 ERA, 41 and 2/3 innings, 54 strikeouts in 41 innings. Holy hell. And 8 walks. So the guy barely walks anybody, strikes out a shit ton of people, gets a St. Louis team who doesn't strike out, crazy amount. And Goldschmidt is whacking lefties. That's for damn sure. Goldschmidt is mashing lefties. The Cardinals as a team, second best batting average versus lefties, probably the best slugging percentage versus lefties, and the best on-base percentage versus lefties. So this is, as I mentioned, I don't want to back Waino, but I do think St. Louis scores a couple runs. 40-year-old Adam Wainwright here has pitched pretty good. His last 3-4 starts, he's pitched really good. Last 3 starts, he allowed 3 total runs in 20 innings. He pitched against Pittsburgh, San Fran, and Kansas City. Two of those 3 on the road. He gets to come back home here and gets to go against a Milwaukee team that he pitched against early on the season. Basically, his worst start of the year was versus a Milwaukee team in Milwaukee early on, earlier this year. But he has, they have decent numbers versus him. 267 plate appearances, 350 weighted on base percentage. He's only striking him out 15% of the time, and his FIP is almost 5 against this team. So, sheesh, another one. Hard. It's 7.5. Milwaukee's not an offense I want to back. That's for damn sure. Do I think they score off Adam Wainwright? Yes. But, they got freaking Tyrone Taylor in the 6 hole, Omar Narvaez in the 7, Lo Cain in the 8, and Jace Peterson 9. Like, that is not a lineup that scares me at all. All you need to do is throw the pitcher back in there, and holy hell. But this is just essentially a pass for me. The lean, I guess, would be with St. Louis. Do I think St. Louis scores some runs? Yes. But Lauer has been really, really good. Even versus a team that mashes lefty. So I may move on St. Louis team total here. I'm not going to make anything official for the show, but I may move on that later. I'll do some more research after the show. Okay, next game we have is Boston versus the White Sox. Michael Wacha versus Dallas. My favorite freaking Keuchel. Keuchel is such poops, and he just keeps getting the job done. It's pretty damn funny. Yeah, Keuchel's like. So we got. Where's Keuchel? Yeah, Keuchel's about middle of the pack because when I run my starting pitchers numbers and the advanced numbers, I run them from the last 4 years. So this one I ran from the last 4 years. So Keuchel's basically middle. Both of these guys are middle of the pack. Actually, they're out of the 22 starters, they're 10 and 11 worst advanced stats here. So do I expect some runs? Yes. That's why the under-over set at 9, and we rarely see any more 9s. This Boston team, it's hard to step in front of this Red Sox team right now. This team has been hitting the shit out of the ball. I mean, I know today I don't think they scored many runs, but the last 2 games, man, oh man, have they hit the ball. And Keuchel pitched against the Yankees the last start 5 days ago, 6 earned runs in 4 innings. And he has struggled. His ERA is in the 6s this year, 30 innings pitched. He started, how many starts do you have? 7 starts. He's only pitched 30 innings, 22 earned runs, 18 walks, 16 strikeouts. The guy is walking more people than he's striking out. This is the demise of Dallas Keuchel. This will likely, I'm not exactly sure of his contract, but man, this guy is likely will get cut. He probably doesn't make it this full year, especially if the White Sox turn this thing around, start getting in contention. He likely doesn't make it this whole year, and he's going to get blown up. So, maybe we do just take back freaking Mr. Waka. And because, the White Sox lineup doesn't exactly scare me either. The White Sox struggling. Their offense has struggled all year. They barely really have a crazy outburst. There is times where they score a couple runs, but they barely really have a crazy outburst. I know Yohan Mikata's back in there, but I'm pretty sure Lou Bob is hurt, so he'll be out. This is basically a pick'em. With Waka, who's been the far superior starter this year. Waka's pitched 30 innings. He's only allowed 6 earned runs. This will be his first start versus this team. And another guy, not really high strikeout. Needs you to swing at some pitches. But whose lineup do I trust better here? Definitely the Red Sox. So I'm going to make a move. Let me check the bullpen ranks before I actually do make a move here. Because Boston's bullpen was terrible last year. Their numbers are actually better. Their numbers both in xFIP, Sierra, and BABIP are actually better than the White Sox this year. I know everyone talked up, the White Sox bullpen was supposed to be so good. White Sox bullpen was supposed to be so good. It's actually not that good. It's actually struggled a lot this year. Struggled a shit ton this year. So let me see where's the best money line on the Red Sox tomorrow. -105. Bet MGM. Lock her in. Red Sox money line will be my second official play. Red Sox money line -105 via Bet MGM. That'll be my second official play on tomorrow's slate. Okay. Next game I have is Hyun-Jin Ryu and Toronto versus Shohei Ohtani and the LA Angels. I'm seeing it opened at -145 for the Angels. It already got bet up to -155 in place. Actually, Bet365 still has -145. And Hyun-Jin Ryu all the way up to +140 at Caesars already. Hyun-Jin Ryu is a guy I like, but the regression was meant to come, and it's finally came this year. He's got hit pretty hard a couple starts this year, and that's basically the part of the course. And this freaking Toronto lineup, holy hell, they have gone missing. Absolutely gone missing. They've moved up. Santiago Espinal is now batting in the 2-hole because they can't get hits to save their lives. I know they scored some runs yesterday, but essentially the 5 games before that, they can't really had a lot of trouble scoring. And Ohtani's pitched pretty damn good. 38 innings, only 12 earned runs, 53 strikeouts. Strikeout monster. And he's going to strike out a shit ton of Toronto Blue Jays tomorrow. That is for sure. Pitching in his home ballpark, which he prefers to pitch in. I definitely like him. His strikeout numbers will probably his strikeout prop will probably be quite high. I would imagine a 6.5, 5.5, 6.5 on that. So not really something I want to mess with. I guess Hyun-Jin Ryu pitched good his last 2 starts, but again, it was against Cincinnati. That was a melted Cincinnati lineup without Votto, without multiple of their starters. Slowly getting some of the guys back. And against Tampa Bay, the other 2 starts against Oakland and Texas, he's got rocked. Then he went on the DL, and now he came back. Not really. I mean, the Angels lineup definitely. The Angels lineup doesn't scare me either at all. It really doesn't scare me. Once you get past the top 2 in the lineup, Ohtani and Trout, the rest of the lineup is piece by piece. You can get through them. So under/over is set at 7.5, 8 in spots, probably fair. I do lean with the Angels. I'm not totally against taking the Angels first 5, but I'm just going to stay away because that Angels lineup can definitely get shut down as well. So that'll just be a pass. Those are the leans here. Let me check the chat again, see if anybody. What was the first pick? Cincinnati, St. Louis in a juicy spot for sure. Milwaukee just used Devin Williams 3 nights in a row. True, Milwaukee used Devin Williams 3 nights in a row. And what's his name's on the COVID list? Hader's on the COVID list. So that bullpen definitely takes a steep decline there. I took Red Sox today, but they couldn't come through. Had way more than enough base runners. Yeah, they keep getting base runners. What was the first pick? I'll tell you. I'll recap the picks at the end. Work season. Connor Butler. Appreciate you, buddy. Glad he gets to play a trash offense. The Blue Jays. Robert, thank you. Danny Jansen had made Rue a better pitcher. Danny Jansen is very good, Christian. That is a good call. Danny Jansen is very good, my man. He had 2 homers, I think, yesterday too. Angels getting crushed tonight. Yep, the Angels. They're not as good as their record has shown. Their bullpen is pitched good, and they've got good starts out of their starters, but their offense is not very good. And their rotation is still very much in question. But we will see if they continue to get good starts out of their starters, continue to beat up the AL West, because the AL West is not really that good either. The Astros are the best team there, and it's really a toss-up. I thought Seattle would be a little better than they are thus far. But a lot of season left. Lots of season left. We will see. Next game we got is Dodgers versus Arizona. Mike White versus Humberto Castellanos. So the Dodgers are traveling. No off day for the Dodgers. They're traveling from Washington, D.C. all the way across West Coast to Arizona and get a pitcher-friendly Humberto Castellanos, who not really somebody I want to back. I'm pretty sure he was the third, after I ran my numbers, he's the third worst advanced number pitcher, starting pitcher going tomorrow. Let me just confirm that that's true. Yes, it is. Yeah, his xFIP is almost 5. His Sierra is almost 5. His BABIP is 3 and change. Yeah, this guy is not very good either. He doesn't strike out many people. He did. I'm pretty sure I bet against him last start, and he was a smoke and mirrors. Pitched decent. He got a 3.1. Yeah, he's 3-1 thus far this year. But yeah, he pitched against the Cubs. He went 5 innings against the Cubs. He pitched against the Cubs the last 2 starts, actually. Against Miami, 2 starts before that. He hasn't been actually terrible all year. 35 innings. He's allowed 17 earned runs. That equates to a 4.29 ERA, 1.18 WHIP. But it's definitely not somebody I want to put my money on. I definitely expect regression from this guy. And the Dodgers lineup was shut down today from Eric Fetty. Do they get shut down from Eric Fetty and Humberto Castellanos on back-to-back nights? What are the chances that happens? Probably very slim to none. I really, really highly doubt that happens, that they get shut down by back-to-back by these 2 jabronis. So we will see, but at I'm seeing, the line minus 175 under over is set at 9. And if you like the Dodgers, bet them now, because they're going to take a shit ton of money, because every night the Dodgers and the Yankees and a lot of times the Mets take money. So my advice to you, if you're going to bet on those teams, bet them right as the lines drop, because more than likely they're taking money and you're getting worse odds if you wait. Then on the other end, it's Mitch White. He hasn't been great either. He's only pitched 11 innings. This may be his first start, so essentially a bullpen game. He might have started his last game against Philly. He only went 2 1/3, 3 earned runs. This is essentially a bullpen game for the Dodgers. He's pitched 11 innings thus far, 8 earned runs, 6.17 ERA, 13 strikeouts. So he strikeouts a batter per inning, but he hasn't started many games. And last year, he only started 4 starts all year. So, yeah, he did start against the Phillies. This will be his second start of the year. But at minus 175, I'm not betting the Dodgers. I'm not betting the Dodgers here. I want minus 175 with Mitch White on the hill. Arizona's offense has been hit or miss. They have scored some at times in bunches, and they have not. They definitely prefer a righty. You got a young righty with the bullpen here. I do expect runs. That's why we're seeing an under over set at 9.5 in places, juice to the over. So maybe we go with LA Dodgers team total over, but that's probably even at 4.5 on the road. So they get all 9 at bats. I'm going to check that. We're going to check that real fast because I do think Castellanos is a booty, and they're not going to get shut down back-to-back nights first. I know if the travel, take that, how much you want to take the travel into effect. A team traveling all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast. It is a late game, and they do get Humberto Castellanos, which is the real question. So D-backs, nope, not D-backs. Dodgers total is at 5. Yeah, okay. No, thank you. All right, let me actually pull up, see if we got a strikeout prop on Mr. Steele, because I saw there's a Castellanos strikeout prop. We do. Player strikeouts. Steele, minus 135. 4.5 minus 135 on FanDuel. I need to check the other books. So I'm more than likely going to make that a play. If I can get that at minus 120, I'm going to make Justin Steele over 4.5 strikeouts at minus 120 a play. If I could get that, I got to check other books. I'm not going to waste my time on this live show to check more books. I'm going to check it right after this live stream. Okay, last game I have is Martin Perez, Frankie Montas, Texas versus Oakland. Montas, minus 125 favorite, under over set at 7. Texas here traveling, not nowhere crazy from the Angels to Oakland. Oakland and all their fans. Frankie Montas, I'm a Montas guy. I am a Montas guy, and freaking Martin Perez. Holy hell, what is going on with this guy, bro? Martin Perez has pitched absolutely amazing this year. Signs over here with Texas, gets paid. I don't know if he exactly got paid, but he got paid something to sign over here with Texas, and the guy has been phenomenal. I can't even believe it. Now he gets an Oakland team. I guess, this is probably about the right line. Frankie Montas is definitely the better pitcher of the two. But this guy, Martin Perez, just pitched a complete game. Shutout against Houston, in Houston. So he's pitched 50 innings thus far this year, allowed 9 earned runs, 1.64 ERA. Holy shit. 8 starts this year already. Guy's got 3 wins in a row. Guy's been striking out people. Like, what is it? He's added a little velocity on that fastball. That's why the under-over sitting at 7. He pitched against Oakland back on April 23rd. 6 innings, 2 hit ball, 5 strikeouts. He really only struggled his first 2 starts. Since then, he's allowed 3 earned runs. 3 earned runs in 6 starts. 3 total earned runs in 6 starts. I couldn't even imagine. Every inning, he's went at least 6, averaging like probably 7, over 7 innings a start. The guy has been absolutely phenomenal. And then I pull up my advanced stats, right? My advanced stats the last 5 years. Who has the 4th worst starter on the slate? Martin Perez, guys. So that's why I'm very, very hesitant to back Martin Perez. Obviously, maybe he's added the velocity. He's worked some things out. Maybe he's turned it all around here. Oakland, not a team I really want to back either. Frankie Montas, I am a big Frankie Montas fan, though. And the guy, he more than likely gets traded this year because this team, not very good. They're probably trying to get some young prospect. They don't want to spend any money, so I do think, they probably trade him for something. And he's pitched really good. I know his last start, he did get hit with a line drive. He got hit with a line drive back at him, so only pitched 1 2/3 against the Angels last start. So I don't exactly know. I'm pretty sure it was on his non-pitching hand. I'm not exactly sure, how that will affect him tomorrow, but I expect him to probably be fine. He's pitched pretty good, 50 innings thus far this year. He's only allowed 20 earned runs, 3.55 ERA, 55 strikeouts, more than a strikeout an inning, 1.01 whip, barely walking anybody. Guy that pounds his own, something you like. Picks against Texas on April 23rd, 7 1/3, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts and a walk. He did get the loss, and that's why I'm pretty sure he pitched against Martin Perez. So I think this line's probably about fair. Lean is definitely towards Oakland. I cannot trust Martin Perez. Even with the numbers say, I am not going to trust Martin Perez, but Oakland favorite is crazy. No shit. Angels getting crushed tonight. Isn't Ward still out? Ward's probably still out. Yeah. You buy in with Perez or smoke a mirror? I cannot buy in with Perez yet. I can't do it because, I'll bet on him tomorrow, and then I'll get smacked. But, all right, so I got 2 official plays. Kansas City, Minnesota, over 7.5 via BetMGM, minus 115. Red Sox, money line, minus 105. I also really want to bet Justin Steele over strikeouts. Justin Steele over 4.5 strikeouts. I'm trying to find a better number. The number was, I think, 130-something on FanDuel. I just pulled it up real fast on my phone. I'm going to have to search a couple different books and pull it up. But those are my 3 best bets for that is Thursday, May 26th, which is what it is today already. Good stuff. Much love to everybody in the chat. If you guys have any questions, send them in now before I get out of here. Appreciate you, Mr. Colo. You the man, my guy. Appreciate everybody else that was hanging out. Christian, Robert, Connor Butler, P. Perez, Jordan Elmore, my guy, Ross Parker, AJ, Chuck, my guy Chuck always comments, Larry Thomas, appreciate you all. Much love, everybody. That's really all I got. So if any of you have any questions, shout them out now. Otherwise, I'll be back Sunday with Holden and JJ running through our best bets and having some fun. You guys know that Sunday show is always fun, always a lot of laughs. Holden's 2-0 his last 2 plays. Just saying, that should be, let's give him his credit where it's due. Even, thank you for the content, Joey. Appreciate it. Much love, Ross. Much love, my guy. So hope to turn this, this cold streak I've had the last couple of days around for the people. And let's go, baby. I appreciate you all. Cody AV, my guy. Long time no see. Keep murking it. Much love, everybody. Hit the like button on the way out. Joeywerk's out. Peace and love.